All right, thanks a lot, Barry. And phones down, eyes up when you're behind the wheel. We've all seen the reports showing distracted driving leading to a rise in deadly crashes.
And we know that texting or even just holding a phone behind the wheel can really increase the likelihood of a crash. In 2023, in Pennsylvania alone, there were over 11,000 crashes involving a distracted driver. Those crashes resulted in 65 deaths and hundreds of additional injuries.
So today, a new law goes into effect to help keep the eyes on the road and the phones out of reach. Jessica Riley joins us live on McKnight Road this morning to explain what you should do when you're behind the wheel today. Jess.
Good morning, Erica, John. Yeah, it's called the Paul Miller's Law. And essentially, if you get into a car and think you're going to be on the phone looking at your GPS or making a phone call, well, think again, because that is now illegal. And I'm actually joined here today with Jim Garrity from AAA to talk a little bit more about this law. Jim, you know, you were really behind this, pushing for local law enforcement to get this. Talk to me about what the push was to get to this point.
Yeah, from AAA's perspective, Paul Miller's Law is a great step in the right direction of fighting one of the largest growing threats on the roadways today, and that is distracted driving, especially with the ubiquity of cell phones. As more and more technologies are built into vehicles, it's something that we are constantly fighting, truly, at AAA, and this is a great step, Paul Miller's Law. Paul Miller should be with us today.
And I was asking about CarPlay, because it is another service that people tap on and call people and such. Is that any type of impact there as well?
This specific law is in regards to handheld devices. You can't have your handheld device in your hand while you're behind the wheel. And generally speaking, when you're interacting with your vehicle, you want to pay attention to the road as much as you possibly can. And if that means using hands-free devices when you can, that's great. That's a good step. So that you're not constantly playing with the radio, playing with the cell phone on all this. It's usually a good step to set the GPS before you go, choose the music before you go, or if you can have a co-pilot with you in the car that handles the radio and all those kinds of things, that's a better step than doing it yourself while driving.
And if you don't have somebody else in the car, what are some recommendations for those hand-free devices?
Well, one of the simplest things you can do is buy one of the cell phone holders for your car. That way, you're not tempted to be holding it. You're not tempted to have it on your lap or elsewhere. But generally, when it comes to distracted driving, it's kind of up to each of us to say, what is it that's a risk factor for me, and what do I have to do? We've at AAA have found that a lot of people aren't even aware your cell phone will have a built-in feature that you can set so that when you're in motion, you won't be disturbed by the dings and the notifications that take your mind off the road. So that's one easy step towards fighting distraction, being in action against distraction.
That's a good recommendation, Jim. Thank you very much. And you know what? That law takes effect today. So if you plan on heading out, make sure that you're not on your phone or anything, because law enforcement can pull you over, and they will pull you over. Live on McKnight Road, Jessica Riley, back to you.
Yeah, that's a hard habit to break. Thanks, Jess.